is better, right? There are a few key reasons that I still fly this drone, my Mavic 2 Pro, more than my Mavic 3 Classic. And if you are new to drones and you're thinking about making some money, this guy, not only is the cost much lower, but can make you more money. And I'm gonna show you how today. This is a better drone. This is a newer drone. This camera has a bigger sensor. This has 360 obstacle avoidance that you can even see through while you're flying and holding the controller. The APAS is better. The active track is better. The flight modes are better. The drone overall flies a little bit better. This shoots 200 megabits per second D-Log, whereas this is limited to 100 megabits per second D-Log-M. This doesn't have 360 obstacle avoidance. It kind of does, but only in a few modes, and this one just performs better. This one has a faster ascent speed, a faster descent speed, a faster top speed, and a much, much longer battery life. So if you're looking to buy a drone based on features and specs, this is a no-brainer, or if you can afford it, the Mavic 3 Pro is even better. Plus, did I mention things like 4K 120 frames per second? Like, this thing is insane. This tops out at 4K 30. This doesn't even have any slow motion at all. Doesn't even shoot 4K 60. So how is it possible that you would end up flying this drone more and this drone could make you more money? Now you've seen the side-by-side comparison on drone A versus drone B. Before I tell you which drone is which, there's a few other things that I didn't even mention to you. For example, the Mavic 3 Classic's big 4/3 sensor gives it magnificent low light video. Magnificent. Don't get me wrong. The 1-inch sensor on this is good. But when you switch up to a 4/3 sensor, letting all of that light into that big sensor, oh my gosh, this really exceeds. And this is not bad, but this really leaves this in the dust in the night, especially since this has a night mode. Not to mention the transmission, the power of the remote controller that controls this drone communicates using O3 transmission. This one uses O2 transmission, which is not bad, but I found myself going around the back of the observatory and this little guy right here lost signal. This little guy, or I should say big guy, kept on going. It's O3, baby. So with all that being said, why on earth is this drone much better for business, especially as a beginner? Well, if you look at drone A versus drone B, this guy, the Mavic 2 Pro, the 8-year-old drone, is actually drone A. And the difference in the footage is not that big of a deal. Unless you're looking at it on a big screen TV or a big monitor, it's hard to tell the difference between these two drones unless you know the focal length, because this one has a slightly wider field of view while this one has a slightly narrower field of view. So unless you're familiar with it, it's going to be hard to tell the difference. Even though this shoots 4K 30, a lot of clients are happy with 4K 30. A lot of clients don't even want D-Log footage. They are fine with the standard footage coming out of any one of these two cameras at 30 frames a second or 24 frames per second. So it's not that big of a deal. You can still get video shoots and photo shoots because this thing takes fabulous photos. As long as you're doing social media content and a little bit of mixing and matching of some low budget films, this will work just great, even at 100 megabits per second. And even if you look at the new drone that came out, I believe it's called the Air 3S, that's shooting a lower bit rate than this, And there are a lot of YouTubers who say the footage looks better than this. So that tells you that bit rate is important, but it's not that important unless you're doing like some Hollywood stuff. And if you're doing Hollywood stuff, you're probably using an Inspire 3 or better yet, a professional built drone with a DSLR or a cinema camera on it. So it's not that serious. This will get you good photos and good video gigs as well. And 19 to 20 to 22 minutes on battery life is more than good enough. Just stock up on a few batteries. So with that being said, yes, this is drone A and this is drone B. Be honest, could you have really told the difference? Let me know in the comment section below. This is a 5K sensor that's in this drone and it does downsampling. How does it do the downsampling? That's another topic for another day. But this camera has two fields of view. The wide field of view called FOV, which does the downsampling. And then when you switch to another view on this that's called 4K HQ, it's actually shooting high quality 4K. You're getting high 1-for-1 pixel output readings from this camera when it's in HQ mode. And let me tell you, that 4K HQ is just gorgeous, especially in 10-bit D-Log. So you can get some wild footage out of this camera. And on top of that, if you learn to do some work on DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, you can even step that footage up to another level. So now we know that it's not as good as the Classic in terms of the camera, but it's good enough to get your photography and videography jobs done. And that's a fact. So with that out of the way, what makes this drone so special that this one just cannot keep up? Well, it's very simple. This older drone, the DJI Mavic 2 Pro, along with some other older drones, which you'll see if you come over to my computer screen over here, and we're at a site that's called Drone Link. Now, what Drone Link does is allow you to use these older drones, which you cannot. And not only can you not, but you probably never will be able to use these newer drones because DJI has made a completely new, different lineup that you can see on my screen here, which is called the Enterprise drone. So there's the Mavic 3 Enterprise drone, and there is even a newer one that's called the Matrice 4 drone. Now the Matrice E and 4E and the 4T. So DJI has gone a different route. They've made it quite clear that they want their newer drones to be separated by filming drones and consumer and prosumer drones, and they want their enterprise drones on a different level. And as a result, we may never, at least not anytime soon, or never ever get SDKs, which is allowing third-party developers to develop apps and software that can make this drone go to another level. It's just not happening and probably won't happen. But this guy has that ability because around the time when DJI was making these drones, they weren't really that much focused on their enterprise drones, and they allowed third-party developers to access their drones, access the software, develop new software and new apps to make these drones do some cool things. For example, the DJI Air 2S, that's another drone that can do it. Recently added was the Mini 4 Pro, even though the Mini 4 doesn't have a 1-inch sensor and can't really withstand the wind that much if you're out there trying to do drone mapping and drone photogrammetry. It's still, it can do it. And it's not only Drone Link that can do these types of software stuff. This is only the software that I use. There are lots of other software companies out there. Like Drone Deploy, that's a pretty popular one. Like Pix4D, and none of these companies can utilize this drone because it's not an enterprise drone. But they all can utilize this old Mavic 2 Pro. And what that does to this drone and unlocks it to do is stuff like this. Look at my screen right here, and you will see that I actually have a plan. This plan here does orbits around this building. It does mapping from overhead. It does 45 angle. You can set your gimbal. You can set the flight path, do squares and hexes and circles and facades and all these different things, bird's eye view, close orbits, far orbits. You set up all of these missions. This is for a boathouse to do an inspection. And then once you save it on your laptop and you open up your controller, which you're going to be flying your drone with, this is the tablet, boom, it pops up right here and it's ready to go. And you can fly your Mavic 2 Pro with this software as well. And it will execute all the missions autonomously, collect all the data, and it will look something like this. This is the boathouse that I did a while back, a series of photos that I took from angles, facade photos at the side. And with that, companies can do inspections like you see on the screen here that shows damage. You'd be able to see all the damages, all the defects, all the repairs that need to be done. Imagine if this was a construction job. You can even inspect the roof and do just the value that this brings to construction sites is just unbelievable. Look at this one. You can inspect buildings. You can inspect to see how your stock is moving on these cars. In this case, this is a Caravana building. I can inspect the whole property. I can inspect the roof. The opportunities that these software provide is just amazing, and it integrates with your older drone. Like I said before, you can fly the drone with the software app itself. You can build it on your laptop and just hit save. And a lot of these programs have auto save from your web browser. And from the time you open up your app, as long as you're logged into the same account, which you would want to be logged into the same account, boom, it pops up right on your screen. You hit a button that says go or play or start. The drone takes off. Whoosh, goes, flies the autonomous mission, collects all the data, takes the photos and everything automatically. You bring it back to your laptop. You upload it to a drone software cloud, or if you have a software on your computer like Reality Capture or Pix4D, you can make 3D models or 3D orthomosaics like what you see right here that this drone just cannot do. So if you want to make money with this drone, you are strictly limited to film and photography. That's it. And that's great. But what if you wanted to get started and you only have a small budget and you want to get started and see if you can grow or develop a business in drones? Yes, eventually you will go out and buy the enterprise drones if you're making money and stuff like that. But you don't want to blow a whole bunch of money on a drone, over $1,000, if it's not something that you're sure you're going to do or going to do well in. Guess what? I picked up this Mavic 2 Pro on Facebook Marketplace with the Fly More combo. It came with 3 batteries, the charger, charging hub, everything for $400. As long as you know that the camera is moving nice, the battery has low mileage, and the drone itself has low mileage, you can't go wrong. And this drone has been serving me for months and months since then, and earning way more money that I've made with this drone, strictly because it can do pretty much good enough what this can do and more. And this one I purchased for, I think it was $1,200 or $1,300. If this video brought you value, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. If you have more questions for me, hit me up in the comment section below, or if there's some stuff that I left out of this video that you think can add value, definitely post it in the comment section below so that other people can benefit from it. And if you need to reach me, you can always reach me on Patreon. Head over to Patreon. It's in the description section below, and I will paste my Patreon in the comment section as well. You can always reach out to me there. It's only $1 a month. That's $12 a year, and you get direct access to me. It's like shooting me a text message if you have any other questions and you need help with anything. Someone who's new and starting out, and you find yourself to be a very efficient, cautious when it comes to your spending and your investments, and you want to get started in a drone business, the most important thing is to get your 107, learn how to fly, practice how to fly, and do that on a drone that is cheap and affordable. So just in case anything happens, you don't lose a lot of money. And if that drone is affordable and it is also capable, then that is a huge win for you. I've got to run. I'll see you guys in the comment section or on Patreon. If not, I'll catch you guys, well, whenever I can.
In the skies of flash and tech, catch the night.